And as we know, Star Citizen Leaks loves it when I cover patch notes videos, and we actually had their patch notes before them. They've just put them up now, and cheers, big ears. But yeah, so guys, obviously, in case you're wondering why the format, for some reason I can't access Pastebin on this machine. It's nothing to do with my internet or anything like that. I haven't been banned from Pastebin, don't worry. But for some reason this machine has a glitch where it won't allow me to do that, so this machine's getting a format tonight. Easy way to fix the problem. But we do have a new patch for Star Citizen, patch 3.12.0C, and I am joined here by Fez. Say hi, Fez.
Hello, again.
Hello again. Twice in 2 days. Wow, we're pumping up the content.
Because there's a lot going on with 3.12.
That's true. That is true. It is looking like a very interesting patch. So guys, we're going to break down the patch. We're going to talk about what we like, what we don't like, and what are our overall thoughts. So it won't be a very long video, but this will be obviously full in-depth patch notes. Let's just jump straight into it. Version for the PTU is 6.12.0C Strongly recommended that players delete their user folder. I don't know how many times I have to say this and people still don't do it, but regardless. Database reset is yes. Long-term persistence enabled. Starting AUC is $15 million. Go and buy lots of ships. The current build is under NDA. Doesn't bother us. Not a part of the NDA team. Please monitor ETF testing chat in Spectrum for updates and testing instructions. User.cfg setting display info session 1 equals... Yep. That's just obviously putting the QR code up. So obviously note this patch does not contain all of the intended features, which will be added iteratively to the notes as they become available. Additionally, some features may be implemented in partial state as they are not such ready for testing. When those features are for a player state, they will be detailed on the notes and will be added to testing focus. Please issue counsel all issues relating to those testing focuses and in gameplay general. So testing focus is Space Station Refinery Decks. Planetary visual improvements. We're going to talk about that in a sec. Restricted area rework. Landguard Point spacescaping updates.
I think that's supposed to be the gas tech.
Yeah, gas card tech, I think. Yeah. Elevator panel updates. Multi-tool tractor beam. Purchasable in locations like Area 18. Copy blast. But shows as placeholder for now on the terminal. Ship entry identification, mining UI refactor, Gemini A03 sniper rifle, bearing FS9 LMG. Known issues: players cannot commit suicide. An EVA.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Visor comms will be squished. Ships are not spawning on the landing pads at New Deal. Account reset could fail and lead to multiple issues such as all ships being doubled in-game. Ships carrying a vehicle cannot be used vehicle maintenance services. Multiple instances of social AI can be witnessed idling indefinitely. The AI is busted. It's been busted for a while. The loadout manager for the Star Marine has no options for the player to customize their loadout. Attempting to sell materials results in a process screen as then transaction failed message. Capturing objects in the last standing SM does not increase team score, resulting in a draw time when reaches 0. And close range VoIP animations are not transmitting to remote clients. So in other words, everything is broken. Pretty much, right?
That's sounds about...
Yeah.
It sounds like the average day of Star Citizen.
Well, Ibukadi at least, yeah. New features. Weapons and items. So, new weapons. Gemini A03 sniper rifle. Yeah, we need more sniper rifles, I suppose. A versatile semi-auto rifle with the ability to fire quickly at the cost of accuracy. This weapon has a integrated scope and attachment points on the barrel and underbarrel. Player can currently buy this game from Scatters in Grimhex.
So basically, it's a DMR.
DMR with a really good scope.
Basically, yeah. I mean, It's a semi-auto rifle which has a high a fire rate. That pretty much means it's a DMR.
Pretty much, yeah. Halo, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
I always liked the
It's
DMR.
not my favorite.
Well, I like the
It's
DMR since Halo, to be honest, but
from where?
Halo.
Oh, well, that's a different. I mean, yeah. Anyway.
But it's a sniper rifle, so it's going to have a really powerful zoom. So if you try and zoom in on it, chances are you're going to see everything from the guy's microfibers to his crutch. So
That's odd.
So technically, it is a sniper rifle, but it's a fast-firing sniper rifle.
Okay, whatever.
Don't you reckon?
Super fast sniper rifle boy. Let's go.
All right. So future updates, locations, continue polish pass on planets, repainting and assets. Redrop
Yay,
pass.
clouds.
We'll get to that. Redrop pass on outposts as derelict planets to fix flooding locations and objects, and refinery decks polish pass on admin office to update NPC shopkeeper placement, object placement, and usables. And we noticed, well, actually, you noticed clouds. Yeah, clouds are fun. So you're breaking in and out a little bit there. You're dropping in and out. But yeah, clouds.
Yeah. I'll continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, we noticed. Oh, well, actually, you noticed. You noticed clouds on. Was it Yella? I think it was. You're saying.
Actually, a friend pointed this out to me that in today's episode of Inside Star Citizen or Star Citizen Live or whatever you want to call it, when you see them messing with the what do you call it? The name always eludes me. What is it? A gravity gun or whatever. I can't think of the name. Tractor beam. Yes, thank you. The tractor beam a gun when they are messing with it. Where it, outside of the colors black, you see a yellow in the background with moving clouds, and they also are casting a shadow on the planet's surface.
So I'm trying to actually, obviously, guys, I've got to reformat this machine, so things aren't working as much as they want to, but let's just do window capture that, and let's just show you, we'll show you exactly what he's talking about here.
Physics-enabled object in the game, or at least interact with it in some way. Really looking forward to see how people put this to use, because there's so many ways in which you can utilize it.
So, if the people watching at home watch the clouds here and yeah, here and over here and up here. So just watch those clouds
Physics-enabled object in the game, or at least
so
interact with it in some way.
They're moving.
Really looking forward to see how people put this to use, because there's so many ways in which you can utilize it.
So that in itself is very, very interesting. But yeah, obviously at the end of the day, we'll have to see when 3.12 comes out. But yeah, it was Fez that mentioned it to me, so I'll give you the credit. Yeah. All right.
And one more thing, real quick. Sadly, at the moment they are not 3D yet, but it's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah. So the clouds were always wafer thin with like the previous planets and stuff. Now there's
basically
also
2D.
Yeah. So now, look, we'll have to see what happens. We'll see what happens when we get it in 3.12. Well, first thing we'll probably have to go is fly down there and see if there is clouds and if there are fluffy clouds or if they are 2D still. But we'll check it out when it comes out and we'll see what it's like.
All right.
So, gameplay. Ordinance replenishing, updating price of Cryastrat versus shops. We have now hooked up the ordnance on ships, missiles, chaffs, and flares in Cryastra landing service functionality to run through the shop service, allowing for proper pricing difference between items when restocking your ship. This will also require some rebalancing, for our current insurance and items pricing. Overall, this is a major step forward towards getting a fully dynamic set of prices for landing service functionality. They're also doing a temporary rebalance to distortion weapons, pending more extensive update later, adding settings options to disable or disable or enable the ship entry labels. They've added dead zones to some visual twerks for the faceware and head tracking. They've updated the minimum and maximum hostility times after going hostile to another player. They're allowing aggravated crime damage to be auto-ignored against party members. Someone won't be able to report you to the police. And set it to armistice violations to a week-long lifetime for the crime. Adding additional head tracking limits for specific seats and beds. Weapons and items, further FX polishing pass on multi-tool, tractor beam, and audio. So, not bad. It's a decent sort of gameplay fix. I like the fact that they're obviously putting in this whole dynamic systems for like landing services and functionality and stuff. That is cool. They're also rebalancing distortion weapons, which is obviously needed. The disabling of entry ship labels is cool because if you want to be sort of like OG and not break your immersion, it does sort of break the immersion a little bit to make it so that the ship entrance always shows up, but it's always good for noobs to learn where the entrances always are. Dead zones for faceware and head tracking. Head tracking definitely needs dead zones, and there was a lot of updates to head tracking yesterday, which is good. But yeah, I also like the fact that aggravated crimes damage to be auto-ignored against party members, because now your party members won't be able to report you to the police and get you thrown in jail, right, Fez?
That does sound good.
No, who would have done that? You troll.
Really?
Sorry?
I said I don't remember who could have done that.
I have the video. Bug fixes. Aggravated vehicular assault should no longer trigger self-destruction of your own ship. Manslaughter crime should now be given when crashing into people with your ship. Cool. Carrying cargo vehicles should no longer become detached from the Nomad cargo hold when it's open or ignored. Collision, fall off, or falling through the ship when it's moving. That's kind of helpful, I suppose. Fix missing entry identification markers for the Nomad and the Star Runners. Fix the issue causing entrance markers not to be present until after entering the ship. That's probably a handy thing, considering you need the entry markers to find out where they are in the first place. Outpost HDMS Han and HDMS Pearlman on the Moon Magna should no longer be floating above the planet's surface.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, interesting. Port side panel for the interior elevator lift of the Starfarer series should now have correct interaction. Fix missing collision on walls inside the crew of the bathroom of the Carrack. Fix various walls and assets in Echo 11 in Star Marine that were missing collision, removing reference spheres from refinery decks. They also fixed 7 client crashes and 7 server crashes. Not brought to you by Star Citizen leaks. I love the fact that someone posted that at the bottom.
Technically, I didn't get these from Star Citizen Leaks, so there you go.
No,
it's official. These were not from Star Citizen Leaks.
True. All right. So in this patch, what are your thoughts and opinions?
One, I can't wait for the Bearings LMG. That's going to be super awesome.
Yeah, there was no mention of that in the patch, was there?
Yeah, there is. The Bearing FS-9 LMG.
So it must have been added in yesterday's patch, was it? Because it wasn't mentioned under weapons and items today.
It's under testing focus right now.
Yeah, so it must be already in the game, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Um, we've already seen a few pictures of the gas field tech. Oh man, does it look good?
Oh, yeah.
Especially the I'm probably going to completely butcher this, but the illumination uh of the field and the lights onto the ship onto the ships and the station's hulls.
Yeah, you're talking about the lights that go around the armistice zone? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
no, 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 no.
Just general lighting.
Let me see. Do I have it in? Yes, I do, right here. Sending you in that DM real quick. But no. What I am talking about is how the green gas light is basically washing everything over in a green tint, and it just feels it just feels pretty good actually.
So I've got it up on the screen for the people playing at home now. Just really quickly resizing it. So what you can see, that does actually look pretty cool, actually.
Uh, what's it called? The illumination is just
Yeah,
really nice. I feel like the art team in CIG should get a few raises for this because that's beautiful.
yeah, it does. Does look really good, actually, to be honest. Um, it's A, you can tell you're in a gas cloud tech, which is cool. But B, it's also not making it too dark so that you can't see shit. So it's like it's a good balance between like, hey, you're in a gas cloud, cool, but don't worry, you're not going to be able to crash into the station because you can't see it. So I like that, I really do. Yeah, actually that looks really sick. But yeah, but look, at the end of the day, guys, obviously at the end of the day, look, as for the gas card tech, I'm fully on board for it. It's going to make it freaking amazing to have that in the system. Obviously, it's not going to be as real world accurate as it should be. Yes, it is going to be, obviously, you know, if you were flying through a gas cloud tech or flying through a gas cloud in real life, you wouldn't be anything like this. It is going to break immersion for people that know what a real gas cloud would look like. But, you know, it's that advantage where they've obviously got to go through and make it so that it's still fun, and they're sort of, there's a balance between real life and immersion and making something that's interesting to look at. For the people that sit there and go, but me immersion, I'm like, yeah, I get it, but you know, we also want a fun game to play as well. Apart from that, I love the new sniper. I want to see what the new sniper rifle's like. Seems interesting. I love, obviously I'm much more of a distance player than up close and personal if I have a choice. So that's pretty cool. But apart from that, yeah, look, it's the end of the year. We're expecting a lot coming out next year. But to be honest, I'm pretty excited about 3.12. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? You like it? Not like it?
I'm excited for it too as well. So that I think the main thing that I am really looking forward to is the gas attack. I mean, that's just the one main thing that I am just really looking forward to.
Oh, and the refinery decks will have gameplay loops too. Don't forget about that.
True. That is going to definitely be a big boost. So one thing that I wanted to also bring up
Mm.
is the ordinance replenishing.
Yeah.
That's now being tied in to the shops.
Yeah. So
You
you
do
what
know what that means, right?
means you won't be able to do it from your ship anymore. You're gonna have to get out of your ship to go and replace.
No, 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 no. It's not being tied in like that. It's being tied in to where now the ordinance is going to match the prices from the shops.
So does that mean it's going to be dearer to buy weapons and stuff or ammo for your ship?
It's going to cost a whole lot more now.
Hmm.
Basically, for a example, I, this might not be completely accurate, but this is just a example. If you go to a dumper's a depot and you buy a size 9 a torpedo for 9,000 credits per torpedo, it's going to then turn around and it's going to cost you 9,000 per torpedo to 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 rearm your ship now.
So it's going to be a lot more dearer to replace missiles and gunpowder and bullets and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means now people won't be able to spam size 9 torpedoes left and right now because now they're going to freaking hurt your bank as well.
Well, you still will be able to spam them. It's just going to cost you a fortune to do it.
Yeah.
But it
So,
is. I imagine it's going to obviously make interesting when it comes to, like, for example, like someone's going through and being like just pad ramming stuff for people at like Port Al-Azhar and stuff like that, or people that are just going to go around and just be a dick or just be a pirate. I imagine that's obviously going to make things a little bit more interesting when it comes to cost of your ship. People aren't just going to want to blow your ship up now. They're going to want to get something in return. So they're going to want cargo.
so here's a another here's another thought that just popped into my into my into thought like head is this. In the future, people are going to be really upset when they get the Polaris.
Oh yeah, any capital ship, Polaris, Idris, even the what's the new one? The
Perseus.
Perseus. Even stuff like that. It's going to cost a fortune to run. Like, can you imagine how much it's going to cost to fund an Idris's railgun? Like, yeah. This is why I've said to you and I've said to other people. Personally, I think the Perseus. Yes, I like the Perseus ship. We should probably do a video on it. I like the Perseus because it's a 4 to 6 man crew, and it will be a ship that will be it will put up a fight. It will do some serious damage. But anything bigger than a Perseus, an Idris or a Javelin or anything like that, I would not buy. I really would not buy.
I did.
Yes, well, obviously with you, we can use your ship for the project that we've been working on. So, I'm not complaining. But for the average person out there, the average Joe Blow, and obviously, look, you're a member of a couple of orgs. You got, you're in Don's channel, you're in my channel, which, anyway, moving along. But, you're in Don's channel, so, you might be able to get more people. But for the average person out there, I imagine there's going to have to be some looking for crew. So maybe you're going to have an LFC. Back in the old days of Destiny, there used to be like these LFGs looking for groups for when they wanted to do raids, and they were trying to find 6 people to do a raid. Well, we're going to have looking for crews when it comes to to Idris and javelins, I imagine, because I imagine a few people are going to be short. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But
So, one more thing here now.
Yep.
With the tractor beam a gun, that is also going to be adding in to the piracy gameplay loop too.
Yeah, because people want to be stealing your crew, you're stealing your cargo.
Well, yeah, because now, since the ships drop 8% of the cargo that they were carrying, now when you destroy a caterpillar with a laranite, you could just bring in, say, a Cutlass Black or a Freelancer, and you could just use the tractor beam to just load up those stuff boxes, and it will be done in no time.
I think it drops about 50%. Didn't they say at one stage? I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. Someone, at me in the comments. They said drops around that much. So if it's a caterpillar full of laranite, you're probably going to need something bigger than a Cutlass. Maybe a Freelancer Max at the minimum, or maybe another cat. But yeah, I get the idea. You're going to have people flying around in Harbingers or Retaliators or whatever it may be, Redeemers when they come in. And then you're going to have your crew who's also flying around in a caterpillar who is going to jump in, and then you're going to load up the cat or whatever it may be, load it up with the stuff that you've got from the blown up wreck. Presuming you can sell it at the cargo stations or at these other places like Grimmex.
You can, yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So this is something that obviously CIG's been working on for a while, because, the whole cargo dropping when your ship blows up, that was brought back, what are we in, 3.12?
3.10, I think.
9, 10? Yeah,
I think it was in 3.10 when they brought it in.
Yeah, probably. So this is something that CIG's been working on for a while, so, yeah. And hopefully tomorrow we get the new roadmap, maybe next week, actually, I think. But
not tomorrow, but they said the new roadmap's going to be out sometime near the middle of December. So it's
maybe
not this week.
Maybe on the 18th then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright guys, apart from that, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. What are you looking forward to in 3.12? Do you think this tractor beam or these obviously the tractor beams can be added to the ship more easily now that they've obviously worked on the ones for the handheld? I would still expect it, and I think we're sort of in agreement with this. We're expecting it probably in 3.13 or 14, most likely 14. So obviously then your caterpillars and stuff will be able to use a tractor beam to bring ships and cargo aboard then. But until then, you've got the handheld stuff. Do you think that pirates are going to be more in a case of blowing you up to steal your cargo? Where in the past...
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I think. Or do you think they're just going to sort of keep doing what they're doing, which is just blowing you up and then laughing and then keep moving? Personally, I think Cargo and Fez seems to agree here too, so we're probably agreeing with that. But yeah, apart from that, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. Obviously, guys, Fez's Twitch channel, I will put a link in the description below, because that way we can guilt him into actually streaming more often.
I have been doing it more often, so...
So I'll put a link to his channel below. Also, my channel will be there as well, so feel free to go through and to follow both of us. But the guys, yeah, obviously when 3.12 goes to Wave 1, we'll obviously both be streaming. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you in the next video. Who knows, maybe we can do 3 videos in 3 days. Oh my god, what a shock. Apart from that, have a great night. Enjoy.